Okay, here we are at the Google home screen here for your Google Classroom, and we're going to go over this annotated bibliography. Just a few things in here we're going to use and to let you know they're there. Here are the topics. You should have already picked a topic by now. The directions, and we'll go over that. This is a video right here by a gentleman showing how to use Google Docs to correctly format your paper for the annotated bibliography. I highly recommend you watch this. We got the link to citation machine here and using MLA format. Just make sure when you do use that, you use it correctly. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that. Click into citation machine. When you get here, it will let you know right here with this red box you are in MLA. If you're citing a book, click on book. If you're citing a magazine, click on magazine. If you're citing a newspaper, a website, journal, a film, or other, if it happens to be something completely different, make sure you're clicking on the right thing. When you cite, you should have something different for each one of them. It shouldn't be the exact same. For film, yes, you will use this for YouTube videos or short videos on history.com, okay, and full-length movie film. Get out of that. Down here, essential question criteria, we're going to go over that and an example of the annotated bibliography. I'll open the essential question thing here. We're going to go over, and we'll go over that. Why this is popping up, I don't know. Well, we'll go over it now then. All right. How to turn your question into an essential question. These are directions about how you can create a good essential question. All right, we're going to get into that here in a little bit. I don't know why it's popped up here, but it did. All right, and the first thing we're going to go over here is the directions. I give you a little hint in here of how to set it up. The video goes into a little more detail of how to set it up. We know about how many sources you need for each one here. Now, I was asked, what if I have a video for a secondary source? Does that count? No. If you have a video within your 9 secondary sources, great. You need to find an additional 3. Okay, and I'll get into what that'll look like here in a little bit. Okay, and what is an annotated bibliography? It explains to you right here. And if you notice, the section right here for the source is double spaced, and that's why it's highlighted with a note over here. Over here, the body, the summary that you're going to write about that source, you do not indent the front of the paragraph, if you notice right here, and you also have it single spaced. And we've talked about sourcing before and authors. Okay. Also, if you want to learn more, you click on this link. You'll click on it again right here, and it'll take you directly to this website. Or if you're at a class and you have your phone, you can point your phone at your screen and scan that QR code. All right. And when you're looking up sources, don't rely just on articles or books. Okay. Look up samples, pictures. Yes, a picture can be a source. Okay. Videos can be sources. How can you analyze all these sources? Start with your document analysis worksheet with those 17 questions. And that will get you a good start. After a while, you're not going to need all 17 questions to know if it's a quality source or not. Probably about after 2, you'll be fine. You need your title page with your essential question that you're going to try to answer, and I'll go more in detail on that. A paragraph, a 5-paragraph summary about your topic, and then it's going to be all typed in 12-point font in these types of fonts if you're typing it within Microsoft Word or Google Docs. Here's the due dates, okay, and here is the point breakdown. Okay, review this and it'll tell you exactly what you need to max out your points for each of the annotations. These are directions down here. If you want to do Prezi, you want to do Google Slides, or if you want to do a website production, you're going to need all that stuff. I will allow for you to use LucidPress as well. Just see me if you want to do that. And here's how you turn it in. You will only turn this on in electronically. There is no print. And lastly, if you look right here, all submissions are going to be scan plagiarism software. Although Grammarly over here does not work with Chrome, I will use my Internet Explorer down here where it does work, and I will submit all your work using this source, and it's going to tell me if you're borrowing other people's work or not. All right, annotated bibliography. First thing I need is your title page. And see how I turn the topic into a question? What does an annotated bibliography look like? You're going to do the same thing with your topics. For instance, the New Deal. How did the New Deal work? Or terrorism. How has terrorism affected the United States? Or D-Day. What are the major events that happened on D-Day? Once you have a good question, you can start pulling sources, or you at least know how to use your sources. And down here is how you're going to do this. Your name, the class name, my name, and then the date. If you want to add a picture in here, that's fine. Just make sure everything is centered, including this and the picture. This is the summary page where you'll put your 5-paragraph summary. Notice there's a title there, summary, or a heading. You need that heading, okay? Just like down here, annotated bibliography. At the top only of this page, okay, the first page of the annotated bibliography, centered. You need that. Notice when I go down here, it's not on the next pages. Now, up here, I put it in blue just so you know that this is the source, and there's a double space between the source and the body. All right, and here again you see an example of primary source, Hitler's Mein Kampf. It's only single space, but it is double space below the source. And down here you see a more lengthy source where you have that bottom indent. Okay, that video I was telling you about that's added to the Google Classroom right here will tell you how to do that. When you do your video sources, I need one more piece. I need you, after you put your source, a double space, a link to your video. Okay, unless you're doing a movie, obviously you're not going to link a movie to the screen unless somehow someone did it, got a whole movie uploaded to YouTube or something. Okay, and then a double space to the body of your summary on the source. This is not a very hard assignment. You should do just fine. Let's get back to the creating an annotated bibliography title or an essential question. You have your topics here. Then you have this guy. A good essential question, it's open-ended. It's not going to necessarily have a single correct final answer. Okay, it's going to be something, here's a bunch of information. Here's sources I saw that help answer this question, but it doesn't say this is for sure the exact. It's thought-provoking. It means you take a position on it, but it can be discussed, and you're probably going to end up debating other people. You have different opinions, but it's not necessarily right or wrong, which is always a good thing. It cannot be effectively answered by recall alone. If you have a question that is something that can be memorized, the answer, it doesn't go very deep, that's going to be a problem. For instance, let's go up here. We have Pearl Harbor. We can say, who attacked Pearl Harbor? The Japanese. Okay, that's not a very in-depth question. We can say, why did the Japanese choose to attack Pearl Harbor? That's a deeper question. These next ones kind of just talk about going into how you're going to go deeper into it. You might go into other disciplines here like economics, which you're probably not going to do, or it raises further questions. Okay, you asked your question, you found more sources, and you're thinking, I want to research it a little bit more. Continuously ask you to ask more questions. And when you're done with this, it's not a question that you're just going to answer with one answer. It's not just an answer. It takes a lot of thought and debate. All right, so hopefully that helps you. If you need help justifying your essential question, let me know. The reason the essential question is important is because if we go back here to the title, had I known you weren't doing term papers in 10th grade, I wouldn't have had you do the term paper first. I would have had to do this. The whole purpose of an annotated bibliography is once you've got that question established, you're going to go find sources down here that are going to help you to answer this question. Once you show how you can use that source, you can go back to in your term paper later on and answer this question with those sources. That's how you build up to a term paper. If you have any more questions, let me know. I will help you out. I'm going to attach this video down here below the bibliography example. This section has been moved up near the top, and you can see tomorrow's assignments are waiting for you as well. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, let me know.